So welcome to the class. This is a base level class suitable for complete beginners, for those whose bodies don't move as well as they used to, for those who think themselves too unflexible to practice yoga. This practice should benefit anyone with stress issues, for general body pain, muscular or joint pain, high blood pressure, etc. If you have a more serious condition, then you may like to refer to the About Yoga part of my website. The details are listed below. Or seek advice, of course, from your healthcare professional. This is the first in a series of 10 classes at this level. So if you're ready, let's begin. We'll start lying down on our backs, on your mat if you have a mat. If you don't have a mat, that's okay. Just place yourself on the carpet or on a towel. So first, lying with your feet together, your arms by your sides, palms facing downwards. And then reach your arms towards your feet and extra lengthen the back of the neck by lifting the head, pulling the chin gently into the throat, then placing your hands back down. Hopefully now you feel a little bit more space at the neck and space at the shoulders. We'll start this class with a practice of bringing tension into the body, then releasing that tension to feel the relaxation that follows. We start the practice with the feet and with the toes. So pointing your toes towards the ceiling first, and then point your toes towards your head. Try to separate the toes. You'll feel a press from the heels and all the muscles of the feet, the ankles, the lower legs, the knees, all feeling that pressure, that tension, the tightness. One more inhale here. And then with exhale, just relax. Notice the feet falling outwards to the sides, the tension being released from your legs. We continue now with the left leg. So raising the left leg just very slightly up off the floor, just a centimetre or two. Keeping the breath relaxed. Keeping your arms relaxed. And just feel now the muscles that are holding the leg up in the air. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, lower gently and smoothly the left leg back down to the floor. And feel the relaxation in the whole length of that leg, from the buttock to the toes. Focusing now to the right leg, raising the right leg just slightly up off the floor, only need to lift it a couple of centimeters. Relax as you breathe, slowly and smoothly. Feel now the muscles in the right leg, holding the leg up. There may be tightness in the abdomen or across the buttocks. Simply feel, simply observe. One more inhale and exhale, placing that right leg down and relaxing again both of the legs. Feeling the whole body relaxing. We move now to the level of the hips and the buttocks. So first taking a nice deep breath in, and then exhale, squeezing the buttocks together. You may notice a little lift sensation of the hips. Squeeze the buttocks, squeeze the buttocks, squeeze the buttocks, and then release them, relax them. And the whole of the hips respond as they let go. Focusing now to the abdomen and to the lower back. So with the awareness coming to the navel, inhale, lift the navel slightly higher upwards. You're bringing your lower back away from the floor. Take a deep inhale here, lifting the abdomen even higher. And then exhale, relax. Feel the abdomen coming back down. And then press the lower back down into the floor. No space now between the lower back and the mat. Instead, squeeze out another breath and squeeze the pressure of the lower back into the floor. And then release that tension. Feel yourself coming back to the center. We'll repeat that now, but with the chest and with the upper back. So starting with an exhale, inhale and begin to lift the chest higher. Lift the chest higher, higher and higher. And then with an exhale, relax the chest completely. Feel it slowly, releasing all of its tension. And then begin to squeeze downwards at the sternum, pressing the sternum inwards and squeezing the upper back to the floor. One last exhale here. And with inhale, we relax and let the body re-find its natural position. We'll continue now with the shoulders. So with your next inhale, bring the shoulders close to the ears. Pull them up, feel that sensation of tension in the shoulders, and then slide the hands towards your feet. Bring the shoulders as far away from the ears as you can. And then simply relax your arms, relax in the shoulders. Next we focus to the arms and the hands. So raising the arms just again, slightly up off the floor, a few centimeters. Make your hands into fists and squeeze them tight. Squeeze your hands as tightly as you can. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then open your hands as wide as you can. Separate fully all of the fingers. Separate and lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And relax. Release the arms. Feel them letting go fully. We'll next focus to the neck muscles. So just practicing this next one if your neck feels comfortable to lift the weight of the head. So exhale first and then inhale, gently lifting your head up. You only need to lift it 2 millimeters off the floor, enough to feel the tension in the neck muscles, and then place your head back down. Let your head be fully relaxed. Allow it to feel heavy. The neck muscles can all soften. And then just move your head gently from side to side. Make sure you're not holding any tension in the neck. And then coming back to the center, we'll focus now to the muscles of the face. First again, taking a full breath in. And then exhale, squeeze the eyes, squeeze the mouth closed, squeeze the cheeks inwards. Now keeping your eyes closed, but open your face wide. Lift your eyebrows, open your mouth, stretch the muscles of the face. And then relaxing, breathing, feeling the sensation after the practice, and whether you feel just a little bit more relaxed than you did a few moments ago. So we'll continue our practice now, bringing the heels in towards the buttocks, and then bringing the knees one at a time up to the chest. Place your hands onto the knees, and if you can, interlace your fingers around the legs. That just helps hold the knees in place. Feel free here to cross your ankles. That releases any tightness around the hips. Otherwise, simply keep the feet next to each other. Observe your breathing, the movement of the abdomen with each breath, gently rising, softly falling. And as you observe the neck muscles, the neck can lengthen maybe a little bit more by bringing the chin in towards the throat. You may feel a difference there in the neck as we bring more space to the back of the neck. Observing the sensation of your back touching and pressing gently into the floor. Now find the movement in the abdomen with each inhale that brings a gentle rise and opening, and each exhale that brings a release and a softening. Now with your next exhale, just see if you can squeeze the thighs in a little bit tighter. Feeling that press against your abdomen. This pose is called the gas release pose because with this pressure of the thighs, we help to release any trapped gases from the intestines. So don't worry if any gases accidentally slip out. Now we'll prepare ourselves to lift the head. Take first a full breath in, and then exhaling, lifting first the chin to the throat, and then press the head between the knees, squeezing yourself into a tight ball. Feel free to place your head back down as you need to for your neck. Otherwise, staying for one more deep breath. And with exhale, releasing your head back down to the floor. Release a little bit of tension from your legs. Now keeping both hands to your left knee and letting the right leg slide all the way out and relax with its toes falling to the sides. Feeling again the movement of the abdomen, rising and falling with your breathing. Take a deep breath in, and with exhale, progressively squeezing your thigh to your abdomen, squeeze the knee towards the chest. Feel that stretch we're bringing to the buttock and into the thigh. Keep both feet relaxed. Both ankles relaxed. Now we can either keep the head on the floor or we can activate the abdomen a little bit more by lifting the head. Take first a full breath in, and then if you're comfortable to, lift the chin to the throat. Lift your head towards the inner knee so you're keeping your body centered on the mat, not leaning across to the knee. Just keep your head centered and squeeze that thigh in a little bit tighter. Noticing the stretch now to the top of the right thigh and the feet staying relaxed. One more inhale here and then exhale, placing the back of the head nice and gently back down, lengthening the back of the neck. Very good. One more inhale. And then exhale, releasing a little bit of the tension out and placing the sole of the foot back down to the floor. We're going to bring a little stretch now to the inner left thigh. So first a nice deep breath in, and then exhale, just open that knee out to the side. Notice if your knee can come all the way down to the floor. You may like to place your left hand on top of that thigh and guide it gently down. You may notice here that the right thigh begins to lift, so placing your hand on the right thigh, you can just guide that hip downwards. Bring a little extra opening into this inner left thigh. Breath stays calm, relaxed and smooth. Feet and ankles stay relaxed. So one last deep exhale here. And then with inhale, release and lift the left knee back up and back up now into the chest with your hands wrapping around and a gentle squeezing. We'll release a little bit of this tension now and place the hands interlaced to either the back of the thigh or the back of the knee. Opening all of the toes, pressing from your heel and raising that foot up to the sky. Squeeze the toes up, lengthen the top of the foot and release, bringing your heel again close to the buttock. Push from the heel, open the toes and straighten your leg upwards to the sky. Pointing the toes and squeeze them all together and then relax, bending the knee, bring the heel again towards the buttock. One more time, push from the heel, open and stretch the toes and then inhale that leg all the way up. Try to get your leg completely straight and then point the toes, squeeze them together, the top of the foot is stretching. And then relax. Try to keep your leg up. Keep your breath soft and smooth. Slight bend on the knee is okay as you need to. And now sideways movement of the ankle. So first press the inner edge of your left foot upwards towards the ceiling. And then press the outer edge upwards. Pushing from the inside, feel the stretch on your inner ankle. And then pressing from the outer edge, the stretch comes to the outside of the ankle. One more time, pressing upwards from the inner foot. And then pressing up from the outer foot. And relaxing your ankle completely. Now a rotation of your ankle. Take a first deep breath in and then exhale the toes towards the right side, towards the ceiling, towards the left and towards your head. Again, moving the toes right, upwards, left and down. One more circle in this direction. And now moving in the opposite direction towards the left, ceiling, right, floor, left, ceiling, right, floor. One more time, left, up, right, and down. And then rebending your knee into the chest, hands wrapping around the knee, and squeeze that thigh in. Good. And then placing that foot back down and slide it all the way out and letting the toes fall out to the side. We can experience a moment of relaxation in that leg. Now, opposite side, bringing the right heel to the buttock. And bringing the knee up to the chest. Placing your hands to your knee and just guide the knee gently inwards, gently down. Letting the breath be so smooth and calm, releasing unnecessary tension from the shoulders, from the arms. Just use the minimum effort to keep your leg in place. Observing again that the left thigh is receiving a stretch, while the right buttock is also stretched. So now we'll lift the head to the inside of the knee. Take a first deep breath in, and then exhale the chin to the throat, and then the head lifts towards the inside of the knee. Again, feeling that your body has stayed centered on your mat and that you're not leaning across towards your knee. We're not aiming to touch the knee here, just to bring the head towards its inner side. Breathing. Feel the movement of the abdomen. Now one more full deep breath in. And then with exhale, the head can be released nice and gently back down. Re-lengthen the back of the neck, chin moves inwards. We breathe, feeling that tight squeeze now of your abdomen by your thigh. One more inhale, and with exhale, we can place the sole of the right foot gently down to the floor. Opening your knee out to the side, and we immediately feel the stretch sensation along the inner side of this thigh. Your right hand can be placed on top of the thigh just to guide, just gently, that thigh down. And then noticing that the left buttock naturally lifts, we can place the left hand to the hip and just guide gently the left hip downwards to encourage this opening through the hip and through the inner thigh. Keeping your breath soft, keeping your breath relaxed, following the movement of each one. Now one last exhale here, and then releasing your hands so your inhale can re-lift the knee, and then bring it back up into the chest, wrapping your hands around and pressing the knee in. One more full breath, and then with exhale, releasing your leg all the way out and feeling some relaxation now flowing through the legs. Very good. Now we'll simply turn ourselves over on the mat, turning onto your abdomen. Placing the chin to the floor and your arms by your side. Feet are together. This is called prone position. So from here we'll bring the arms over the top of the head, shoulder width apart, and place the forehead down to the floor. Feel again the sensation of length in the back of the neck. Exhaling first, and then inhale, lifting gently the head, looking in between the hands. See if the left hand can slide further forwards, the elbow will naturally lift off the floor, and then slide the right arm forwards as well. Both elbows are lifted. Shoulders pressed downwards, and the chest lifts a little higher. We may here begin to feel the back muscles being used to lift the chest. We'll feel them a little bit more now as we begin to lift the left arm upwards. So exhale first, and then inhale, lifting the left arm up, pressing from the right. Try to stretch your fingers, open them wide, breathe in to push down with the right hand to lift the left higher. One more deep inhale and strengthening in your upper back, and then exhale, placing that arm down and placing again the forehead to the floor. Observing your breath and letting your next exhale soften your upper back all the way across the shoulders. One last exhale there. And then with inhale, re-lifting your eyes, re-lifting the chest, looking in between the hands. Again, slide the left hand a little bit further forward, slide the right hand a few millimeters forwards. Push down with the hands, lift the chest, try and press the shoulders down away from the ears. Right arm lifting this time, exhale, inhale, lifting the right arm up. Spread your fingers wide, look to that hand. Feel how the hand bones are separating. The palm is fully open. You're strengthening here the muscles of the whole length of your arm and into the shoulder and across the upper back. Breathing and taking one more full deep inhale and then exhale, placing your hand down, bringing the forehead to the floor. Letting your heels gently open allows the thighs and the buttocks to soften. Try to experience that sensation of softening in the whole length of your legs. Now we'll lift the head again. So first take an exhale with the forehead touching to the floor. And then inhale, lifting your head, looking in between the hands. Push down with the hands, the elbows lift. And then try to grip the mat with your fingers and pull the navel forwards. Lift the chest higher, press the shoulders down and away from the ears. We'll lift now in the left leg and bring some strengthening into the lower back. So one more exhale and then inhale, lift the left leg as high as you can. Try to keep the leg nice and straight. Maybe a slight bend as you need. Don't deliberately bend that leg. Feel the strengthening in your lower back for one more deep inhale. And then exhale, relaxing that leg down. And we'll bring the forehead again down to the floor as the shoulders relax. Breathing gently here, breathing smoothly. Now the opposite side. Exhaling first. Inhaling, re-lifting your head, looking between the hands. Lifting your elbows, pushing your chest higher. Gripping the floor with your fingers. Abdomen stretches forwards, chest lifts higher, but the shoulders press downwards. We're lifting the right leg. Exhale. Inhale, right leg lifts. Stretch back from the toes. Push down with the hands. Breathe. Inhale the chest higher. Hold the height with exhale. Inhale the leg higher. Hold its height as you exhale. Feel that strengthening in your body for one more deep breath in. And then exhale, releasing your right leg down, releasing your head, and relax. You can bend the arms now, placing the hands underneath the head. Try to touch your big toes together if that's comfortable for you to do so, but let your heels open and separate outwards. Very good. So next we'll lift into the Sphinx pose. So first placing the forehead to the floor. And with your hands either side of the head, fingers stretched open, your thumbs aligned to your ears. Hands just shoulder width apart, forehead touching to the floor. There's length in the back of your neck. One more full exhale, and then inhale, try to lift up to your forearms. Ideally here, the elbows are directly underneath the shoulders, and the middle finger aligns with the wrist, the elbow, and the shoulder. Separate your fingers wide so the foundation of this pose is nice and strong. If you need to, if it's too much tension, just slide your hands a little bit further forwards and that will ease the tension away. Ideally, as I say, elbows underneath the shoulders and just gently push down with the forearms to lift the chest higher. We're increasing here with the lift, the flexibility of the spine. Keep the shoulders nicely separated. Don't allow them to come in. Instead, push them out, expand across the chest and feel the chest being lifted. Ideally, your big toes are still touching together and your heels are allowed to separate and to open. Breathe. Follow the abdomen. Feel the movement of the breath, expanding in the abdomen and softening it, relaxing it. One more inhale and exhale, releasing by letting the elbows move out to the side, placing your hands underneath your head and relax. Feel free to turn your head from one side or to the other. Just let all the tension flow out. Be released. Very good. Now we'll bring a gentle curvature to the back to help it release all of its tension. Hands either side of the chest, forehead to the floor. Inhale, raising up to the hands and the knees. And then with your feet and knees together, just sit back in between the heels. If it's difficult to get your heels all the way down, feel free to separate your knees. That may help. And then bring your forehead gently down towards the floor. If it doesn't come all the way down, you can place your hands underneath your head, maybe keeping the hands into fists, or one fist, one hand, or resting the forehead on the hands. Or if you don't need that, the forehead can come all the way down to the floor. Your arms can stay close to the head, or you can bring them back either side of the feet, as long as you have your forehead comfortably resting on the floor. And here we can relax and follow the breathing, feeling the gentle curvature to the spine, which helps it to release its tension. After it's arched, strengthened, and increased its flexibility. And now one more full and deep exhale here. Place your hands either side of your ears and inhale, lift the eyes, lift the forehead, lift the chest, and gently raising back up. We'll come up onto the hands and the knees now. Separating your knees to hip distance apart. If this brings a little too much pressure on your knees, then just place a little cushion or a towel underneath your knees. Pressing up off your hands, try to separate your fingers nice and wide here. So we'll make the movement of the cat. So this is just the same as a cat and the way the cat stretches. So first that strong press from the hands and try to pull the shoulders back and away from the ears. So to make this movement of the shoulders away from the ears, just turn first the fingers of one hand to face outwards, then the other hand, and feel that press. You may feel a difference now in the shoulders. The shoulders may feel a little bit further backwards. You may feel a little bit wider and more expansive across the chest. Now try to keep that as you bring your hands back so the middle fingers are facing directly forwards. So imagine now that your hands are glued to the mat. They cannot move, but just try to make this external rotation of the arms by pressing your arms wide and outwards. The hands will feel like they're trying to turn on the mat, but remember they're glued to the mat. Now hopefully you feel the press of the shoulder blades to the upper back. The shoulders a little bit wider and the chest stays open. And now we'll roll through the spine, bringing again flexibility into the back. So exhale first. Inhale, lift the coccyx and lift the eyes, arching your back, looking upwards. Exhale, bring the chin into the throat, turn the coccyx under and squeeze the breath out at the abdomen, squeeze the breath out at the chest. Again, roll the shoulders back. You're trying to turn the hands outwards and you're lifting the chest, opening the ribs, separating them. Exhale, bring the chin into the throat, turn the coccyx towards the floor, squeeze the breath out of your abdomen, squeeze the ribs of the chest closed. One more time. Inhale, begin to look up, stretch the whole of the front of the body from the pubic bone to the throat. And then exhale, stretching the whole of the back from the top of the head all the way down to the base of the spine at the coccyx. Very good. And then coming back to the center. Your wrists may feel a little bit of strain now. So we'll turn the hands over. Ideally, keep the shoulders over the wrist, but if that's too much tension, then just move gently backwards. So palms are facing upwards, fingers are separated. Take a deep inhale, make sure all the fingers are touching the floor. And then exhale, squeeze the hands tightly up into fists. Inhale, open the hands fully and wide. Exhale, squeeze the hands tightly in. Inhale, the fingers fully open. Exhale, squeeze in nice and tight. Feel the strengthening now in your wrists. And then releasing your hands, turning them back over and giving the wrists a little shake out one after the other. We'll bring the knees back in together. And then bringing the left foot forwards, up and in between the hands. Joining the hands up to the knee. Again, try to interlock your fingers. Push up off the knee with your inhale and release the hips gently down and forwards with exhale. Rolling the shoulders back, projecting the chest upwards. And try to soften in the hips, soften in the buttocks, allow their downwards and forwards movement. Stretch your abdomen with inhale, pushing from the hands. Soften the hips with exhale, letting that downwards movement in. One more full breath in, and then exhale, easing backwards, release the tension, and placing the hands back down to the floor. Rejoining your feet and your knees together before placing the right foot forwards in between the hands. Rejoining the hands to the knee. As you interlace your hands for the second time, notice which finger's on top and then change the finger. So you have your opposite index finger now on top. That may feel a little bit strange. Pushing up with your in-breath, easing down and forwards with your out-breath. Shoulders pressed back, pushing off your hands, chest lifting, breathing here. Feel the stretch coming into the top of your left thigh. Letting the hips release their tension brings a deeper stretch, deepening this opening. This iliopsoas muscle, a nice strong muscle here. And you're giving it a good stretch. One more inhale, pushing off your hands. And then exhale, just ease back, ease the tension off. And we'll place the hands again to the floor. Rejoining your feet. And then the left foot again comes up and between the hands. Now this time we'll focus to the back foot. So curl the toes under on the back foot and push from the heel to lift the back knee nice and high, keeping the hips the same height. And with exhale, just lower the back knee, refine the mat. Push from your heel to lift the back knee, feel that right leg becoming straight and strong. And then exhale, bending the knee, refinding the floor. One more time, push back from the right heel, feel the lift, feel the strength in that leg. Stay there for a few breaths. Make sure you don't feel that you're falling outwards towards the little toe. Instead, keep the weight towards the big toe and the second toe. One more inhale, your legs are strong. And then exhale, placing your knee back down. Rejoining your feet together. And then bringing the right foot up. So you can lift onto the fingers or lift that hand up and bring that leg forwards. If it's difficult to bring all the way forwards, just give it a helping hand with your other hand. Now curling the toes under on your left foot. Push back from your heel and lift that back knee up. And then exhale, nice and slow in its release down. Place your knee to the floor. Push backwards from your left heel to lift this left thigh up. Create strength in that leg. And then exhale, bring the knee back down to earth. Good. One more time. Pushing back from that left heel. Feel the lift. Keep your hips relaxed and easing down. Again, feel that the left leg is towards the big toe and the second toe. Minimum weight towards the little toe. One more inhale, that leg is strong. And then exhale, placing the knee back down and ease back to ease the pressure off. Very good. So we'll bring ourselves up to standing now. Just slide this front foot in. You can use your hands to the knees to push yourself up and come up to standing. So we place ourselves now into a standing position with our feet hip distance apart and the toes and the heels aligned. We have a tendency to stand with the toes turned outwards. So here we readjust the hips by bringing the toes and the heels aligned like two lines of a railway track. Now lift all the toes up, separate them wide, and then release them without any tension. Bend softly in the knees, feel the body weight coming down into the soles of the feet, and then push the feet into the ground, knees and thighs now lifting. Make sure there's no tension in the legs, just a sense of upwards movement. That upwards movement flows also through the abdomen and the chest, with a gentle downwards movement of the coccyx towards the ground. There's length in the lower back, softness across the buttocks. Lengthening the arms, reaching them down towards the floor, and the shoulders are pulled down away from the ears. There's lift in the chest. Now from here, bringing the hands behind the back, and trying to hold opposite elbow with opposite hand. If it's difficult, then just hold opposite wrist, or maybe holding from the fingers. Downwards movement to the shoulders and upwards movement to the chest, and the chin feels a millimetre further backwards. So we'll make some movement in the neck now to bring the stretch to all the muscles of the neck. Inhaling, pressing the top of the head to the sky. Exhaling, slowly releasing the chin downwards towards the throat. Staying there as we inhale, we push our feet to the floor, finding more lift and height of the navel and heart. And then exhaling, relaxing the head down and forwards. Breathing, bringing heaviness to the head on each long exhale. Deepening the stretch through the back of the neck. One last full breath followed through to its end. And then inhaling, pressing the feet, lifting the navel, lifting the chest. The chin moves backwards before it lifts upwards, bringing opening to the throat. Shoulders still moving downwards as the inhale lifts the chest higher. One more deep breath in here, the throat fully opened, and exhaling, releasing your head back over the top of the spine. Inhale, pressing the top of the head high for the sky. Exhale, the release of your left ear, slowly down to the left shoulder. By pressing the feet into the floor, we follow an upwards lift through the chest. And exhaling softly, bringing a downwards press of the shoulders. There's length now all the way from the back of the right ear to the tip of the right shoulder. Following one more exhale, we inhale, lifting the head back over the top of the spine, pressing for the sky, and we exhale, relaxing the head down towards the right side. Feet pushed into the floor, abdomen and chest rise higher. We feel the downwards movement of the left shoulder and the slow release of exhale, following the stretch down the length of the neck. One more full breath out, and we inhale, re-lifting the head back to the center. We twist now, so inhale, re-lengthening the neck, shoulders are pulled back, and we follow a smooth movement of an exhale over the left shoulder. Inhale, pressing the feet to the floor, lifting the top of the head even higher. And we exhale, feeling the twist sensation now flowing through the neck as we look backwards. One more deep exhale, and inhale, the release of tension brings the head back through the center, and we follow the smooth movement of turn over the right shoulder. Top of the head lifting for the sky. Exhaling, we feel that twist sensation as we squeeze out tension from the neck muscles. One more full breath out, and we inhale, releasing the tension, bringing the head back to the center. Releasing your arms now, interlacing your hands together. Inhale them to the height of the chest. Exhale, palms forwards, pressing back into the back muscles, soften the knees and squeeze the shoulders low and away from the ears. Inhale, press from the feet, raising the palms to the sky, legs become straight, and we exhale, releasing the arms in a wide circle. Retaking the opposite elbow with opposite hand, but this time changing so the opposite arm is on top. Shoulders are towards the earth, top of the head is to the sky. We practice now a rotation of the neck muscles. Inhale, top of the head to the sky. Exhale, chin lowers, slowly down to the throat. Inhale, the rotation beginning to the left side, and we continue that inhale all the way to the back. Exhale, releases out gently and smoothly to the right, and is followed all the way back to the chest. Opposite direction. Let your head feel heavy and relaxed as you inhale, sends it to the right and to the back. Exhaling now left. Follow the exhale all the way back to the chest, and then inhale, simply raising the head back up. Releasing once more the arms, re-interlace the hands, opposite index finger on top. Inhale to the height of the chest. Exhale, shoulders down, knees bent, stretch the muscles of the back. Stay here a few breaths this time. Squeeze the shoulders even lower. Push from the palms of the hands, press into the back. Feel that stretch across the upper back. Squeeze the ribs closed, squeeze the navel in, coccyx to the earth, knees gently bent, and the lower back receives its stretch. One more full and deep exhale, and then inhale, press from the feet, reaching the palms for the sky. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears, and release the arms in a wide circle. Join your hands again behind you, pulling the shoulders down, squeezing them to the floor. Hold that as you release the hands, palms turn, exhale, inhale, raising up. Feel that stretch in your knees, in the hips, in the fingertips. Palms turn outwards, hold the height of the chest as you release your arms in a wide circle back down. Very good. Now we'll place the hands onto the hips, and we'll take a little bit of moment here just to place the hips correctly over the top of the feet. So with the hands, fingers forwards and thumbs back, we'll press with the fingers and lift gently the thumbs to overarch the lower back. Feel that tension in the lower back. And now push down with the hips. The fingers will lift gently, and we're bringing extra length into the lower back, and we now feel some compression in the abdomen. So let's try and find the central point in between the two. You can experiment with a gentle press back, a gentle push forwards, and then finding neutral where there's no tension. Inhale the navel a little bit higher, your abdomen gently hollowed, keeping that sense of lengthening in both the abdomen and the lower back. Very good. Now releasing the hands, placing the hands to the thighs. We practice now a passive forward bend. So we'll fold all the way forwards, but with a soft back, gently rolling forwards through each vertebrae. So inhale, follow the navel and the chest gently upwards. Exhale, fold the head forwards, chin to the throat. And then relax the upper body, sliding the hands down the legs. The knees can bend here, taking a little bit of strain off the back as the hands slide all the way down to your ankles. Stay here for a few moments. Relax and breathe. Feel the curvature to the back. For one more deep exhale. And then inhale, just slide the hands back up. Keep the head heavy, keep the knees deeply bent. And follow the back as you place each vertebra on top of the next, coming slowly back to the center. Bringing the hands back again now to the hips, we'll practice an active forward bend, where we use the back muscles now to hold the weight of the torso. So your hands are actively pushing down on the hips, the chest rising, we have more space in the sides of the abdomen. A gentle press back of the elbows, and the chest is extra open, and you may feel the back muscles now engaging to lift and to open the chest. We'll keep that sensation as we pivot from the hips and bring the body maybe parallel to the ground. So inhale, lift the navel higher, lift the chest higher. Keep the eyes looking forwards. The only movement here comes from the hips as we pivot to bring the upper body over the top of the legs and maybe parallel to the earth. Re-lifting by lifting the eyes, and inhale the chest up. Notice the back muscles strong, holding and lifting the weight of the torso, and relax. We'll practice that one more time. Push down with the hands, lift up with the chest, taking a deep inhale. Elbows point backwards, we fold forwards. Keep the chest up, keep looking forwards. Feel the abdomen with the navel squeezing backwards towards the spine, folding as deeply as you can, keeping the back straight. And then inhale, lift the eyes, lift the chest, raising slowly, smoothly, back up. Very good. You strengthen the back muscles all the way down and all the way back up. We'll open a little bit more now the sides of the body. Keeping the hands to the hips, push down with the hands, press down with the shoulders. Inhale the top of the head to the sky. Exhale, letting the torso lean gently towards the left side. Push down with the feet, follow the navel and the chest upwards, and then exhale, relax a little bit deeper. Make sure you're not pressing it neither forwards nor backwards with the hips, just keep them over the top of the feet. A little bit of a stronger press from your right hand to the right hip, and then let your hips move across and the weight comes into the right foot. So press that foot into the floor. Maybe the navel and the chest will lift slightly higher. The right side of the body now feels open. As we exhale, we feel the closure and the squeeze of the left side. One last deep exhale, and we inhale, slowly moving the hips over the top of the feet. Then the chest lifts over the top of the hips, and lastly the head comes back in between the shoulders. Opposite side, push down from the hands, press the top of the head to the sky, deep breath in, and exhale, gently easing across towards the right. A press from the feet, a lift of the navel and the chest, and exhale, relaxing a little bit deeper to the right. Left hand pushes down, navel and chest lift higher, and the hips push across to the left side, so the stretch comes all the way from the left foot through to the left ear. Weight is on the left foot as we exhale, and then as we inhale, we bring first the hips to the center, then bring the head over the top of the spine. Very good. Releasing out in the arms. We'll practice now a twist. So placing your left hand to the sacrum located where the pelvis meets the spine at the lower back. So the left hand is just placed there. Right hand to the chest and just slide the hand out to the shoulder and feel the shape of the shoulder where it joins the chest. There's a little line and there's something there for the fingers to press against. So inhale here now, the back of the neck, feel the abdomen scooped in and the chest rising high. And then with the exhale, we turn and twist in the hips. Keeping the head in line with the chest. Inhale the top of the head to the sky. Now add in the twist from the left elbow, bringing it away from the back. Feel that deepening of the twist in the lumbar spine. Inhale the chest a little bit higher, and then exhale, pressing the fingers against the shoulder, deepening the twist in the upper back. Inhale the length in the back of the neck, and then turning your head to look over the left shoulder, bringing the twist all the way through the cervical spine. Breathing, feeling the movement of the breath at the abdomen. One last deep exhale here, and then release all of the tension of the twist, and naturally the body comes back to the center. Changing hands. Guide the coccyx to the earth, the abdomen and chest to the sky, shoulders press low. Inhaling deeply, and then exhale, just turning from the hips. Keep the head in line with the sternum. Inhale the chest a little bit higher. Guide the right elbow away from the back. Feel a deepening of the twist in the abdomen. Chest lifts a little bit higher. And then guide it into the twist, pressing the left fingers to the right shoulder. Lengthen the back of the neck, inhaling and exhaling, turning now your head, looking back over the shoulder. Twist now is in the whole of the spine and all of the back muscles. Breathing in the abdomen, pressing the feet to the floor. Follow one more deep exhale, and then inhale with the release of the tension and the body coming back to the center. Very good. Releasing your arms, we'll come now into a squat. So just checking your feet are still aligned, toes and heels. Bringing your arms out to the side, open your fingers, extend them. Reach out from side to side, the chest fully open. So we're coming here into a squat, so we'll be bending the knees. As you come down into the knees, just a gentle outwards movement of the knees. Not too much, don't exaggerate, just gently press out, prevent the knees from coming inwards. So inhale here, deeply lifting and opening the chest, and then exhale, bending the knees, feeling that outwards press of the knees as you come down. Nice and slowly, maybe bringing the hips to the height of the knees. And then see if the chest can lift a little bit higher. You'll feel the back muscles strong and the arms can pull back a little bit further. We'll just stay here for one more deep exhale and then inhale the press of the feet to the floor. Slowly we raise so you can feel the strengthening in your thighs as you feel their heat. And then turning your palms to face upwards. Inhale, push from the feet, reach up to the sky, stretch through the fingers, palms turn outwards, and we release the arms, feeling the opening in the shoulders as they come down. And then we help the shoulders to release their tension with a little circle. Very good. So we've done already the passive forward bend and a half active forward bend. So now we'll do a full forward bend. So for this, we join our feet together. If it's difficult to have your feet completely together, a small separation is perfectly acceptable. So push down through the feet, and once more the knees and the thighs rise. Coccyx to the earth, abdomen scoops in and upwards. We have length in the lower back, softness across the buttocks. Arms reach down, reaching for the floor. Now turn the palms to face outwards. Exhaling here. Inhale, sweep the arms back. Lift the arms over the top of the head. Look up if you're comfortable to. Then turn the palms, reaching wide. Abdomen is in and up. Your abdomen is strong. Squeeze the navel back, pivoting from the hips, and then place your hands where they land on your legs, if not to the floor. Slide your hands up now to the knees and push off the knees. Breathe here and lift the chest higher. Try to feel a little arch in the back muscles engaged to help this opening through the chest. One more inhale, the eyes a little bit higher. And now keep that and just slide the hands millimetre by millimetre down the legs. Following your exhale, down towards your ankles. Maybe even today placing the hands or the fingertips to the floor. Eventually, one day, the palms may come all the way down, but accepting wherever you are today. Feel the stretch now through the backs of the legs as you keep the legs straight, resisting that urge to bend them. One more deep exhale, and then placing the hands again to the knees. Inhale, push off the legs, lift the eyes, make the back straight. Feel that in your back muscles. They're holding the weight of the torso as they lift. Pull the arms back. Exhale, turning the palms, opening the chest. Inhale, the press of the feet to the floor, the lift of the fingers, reaching for the sky. Turning your palms out, releasing your breath in a wide open circle of the arms and shoulders. Very good, well done. So we'll come down now onto the back, bending the knees, placing the hands, and then the hands can come behind as you come down through seated into supine, lying on your back. Sliding the heels into the buttocks, lifting the knees into the chest, arms wrapping around, lengthen the back of the neck, and just guide the thighs to the abdomen. Breathe here, feeling the back, gently pressed into the floor. Release as much as possible the tension from the arms and shoulders. Relax as much as you can, the thighs and the ankles. One more inhale, and with exhale you can release your arms and the feet, and then place the feet to each corner of the mat, or just separating the feet a little bit wider than your hips. From the shoulder, turn the palms upwards, so externally rotate the arm in the shoulder joint, and that will flatten the shoulder blades against the mat. Extra lengthen the back of the neck. And focus to your breath. The air that rises through the nostrils, and the air that flows back down in release. The gentle rise of the abdomen and its fall as the breath flows out. Following the slowing of the rhythm of the breath, as each exhale is followed all the way through to its end. The body softening into the floor. Experience that softening now at the shoulders. Allow for a softening of the arms, and a relaxation of the hands. Allow for a full relaxation and release of the hips, the buttocks, the thighs, the calves, the ankles, the feet. Relaxation in the whole length of the legs. And as you experience the breath moving in the abdomen, gentle rise of its inhale, the soft fall of its exhale, that rhythm softens the tension from the lower back, softens and relaxes the chest and the upper back. Breathing smoothly. Experiencing today's practice on your body body is strengthened. Stretched and opened. Release tension. Release stresses. Now the body can simply let go and simply relax. And each breath is free to flow through the body. Now the body's tightness and tensions have been released. Staying for one more moment, feel the depth of your relaxation. Taking one more full breath in and exhaling, awakening some movement in the fingers and toes, and bring the feet back in together. Lift the arms up just slightly off the floor, and with an inhale, the sweep of the arms over the top of the head and the full body stretch from the toes to the fingers. And exhale, release your arms back by your side. Rebend the knees and place now the soles of the feet to the mat, separating your feet to around hip distance. Placing your left hand to the chest and the right hand onto the abdomen. We'll practice here a little deep breathing, and with the hands we'll feel the movement of the breath in either the chest or the abdomen. Starting with movement of the breath in the abdomen, ideally feeling no movement from the left hand placed to the chest. All the movement felt by the right hand on the abdomen. So starting with an exhale, and then inhale, let the abdomen expand as it takes in the breath. And then follow the exhale and the release of the breath from the abdomen. Inhale, the abdomen rising into your hand. And exhaling, following the downwards movement as the breath is released out. One more time, following the breath, entering the abdomen, rising upwards. And then follow the breath, leaving the abdomen as the abdomen sinks back down. Very good, just breathe normally. And now we'll inhale and exhale deeply from the chest. So now feeling no movement in the right hand, all the movement in the left hand are at the chest. So exhaling first, and then inhale, allow the chest to open and expand, and the exhale to release the chest, to relax it. Inhale, the chest rises and opens. Exhale, the chest relaxes and softens. One more time, inhaling, lifting and opening the chest. And exhale, relaxing the chest and releasing it. And now focus again to the right hand on the abdomen and refine the movement of the breath at the abdomen. And just observing as you do, which felt more natural for you to be breathing from the abdomen or to be breathing from the chest. And just know that the breath from the abdomen, which is using the diaphragm, is your natural breath. So focus to this natural breath of a gentle rise and fall of the abdomen. If you found that chest breathing was more natural for you, then I would suggest practicing as much as possible the awareness to the breath from the abdomen, and your body will eventually recreate its natural diaphragmatic breathing. Now following the breath into the abdomen for one last full and deep inhale of expansion and soft and gentle release. Then releasing your hands, knees up into the chest, and wrap your arms again around the legs, squeezing gently in. So we'll rock ourselves now up to seated. Take a deep inhale. Exhale the chin to the throat, head to the knees, squeeze yourself into a tight ball, and then with your hands to the backs of the knees, feel free to rock over to one side or to rock yourself up to seated. We'll lift now all the way up to standing, coming up onto the toes and up. Standing with your feet together, reach your arms down by the side. Turn again, the palms to face outwards with an exhale, and then inhale, sweeping your arms up, reaching up for the sky. If you can, come up onto the toes and stretch your whole body, and then releasing your heels, releasing your arms, and namaste. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the class. Practice this class many times during the week, as many times as you can, once a day if possible. And then we'll see you again for the next one.